3 days, that's all it took for everything to change. On April 4th, 2026, Cleetus McFarland climbed out of his car at Rockingham, joking about Talladega. By April 7th, NASCAR officially denied him and the wild part, someone inside. Richard Childress Racing predicted this exact outcome just hours after the checkered flag dropped. This isn't about a crash, this isn't about controversy, this is about 4 missing pieces and a decision that could shape Cleetus McFarland's entire NASCAR future. The story doesn't start with a NASCAR. It starts inside Richard Childress Racing. Denny Lawrence, vice president of Orly Series Operations, is the man the number 33 ultimately answers to after Rockingham Motorsport.com's Matt Weaver caught him for a quick reaction. At first, the tone sounded positive. Lawrence said, "A big step. This is a hard racetrack. He did really good a couple of times where he could have spun the car in front of everybody, and didn't that praise landed first?" But then came the sentence that quietly changed everything. "They'll look at everything. They might ask us to run another race because we didn't get to do a live pit stop, and there were things they wanted to see that didn't happen. That wasn't random. That was a warning." And 3 days later, it proved true. Here is what most people miss. Lawrence revealed something critical. "He got sideways early. We went into conservation mode. Just keep rolling and don't push it too hard. That decision saved the car, but it cost the evaluation. Instead of pushing limits, instead of racing aggressively, the team shifted into survival mode, and that meant NASCAR never got the full picture they needed. When the next stop is Talladega, a 190+ miles per hour superspeedway, NASCAR checked specific boxes, and at Rockingham, 4 of them stayed unchecked. First, a live green flag pit stop. McFarland only pitted under caution, and NASCAR never saw him enter pit road at full speed, manage traffic, and rejoin cleanly under green. Second, sustained pace in traffic conservation mode meant he never ran at the edge long enough for a true evaluation. Third, racecraft under pressure running survival lines removes real passing scenarios and split-second decision-making tests. Fourth, full-speed restart execution added multiple half spins and 1 full spin, and it suggested he had already reached the edge of control. 4 missing pieces. That's the real reason this changed. Rockingham told 2 very different stories in one day. In the ARCA Menard Series East race, he ran 125 laps, stayed on the lead lap, finished 4th, his best NASCAR sanctioned result ever. After that race, he said, "Honestly, I just went out there and turned left for Greg Biffle. That moment connected with fans. Momentum felt real." Then came the Orly Auto Parts Series race. Qualified 35th, finished 32nd, 6 laps down, completed 244 of 250 laps. It became a race of survival. Lap 3 wide into turn 1. The car stepped out. He saved it, but burned up tire life instantly. "I don't have enough skill for that. I abandoned the whole plan of chilling." Lap 49, another spin ahead forced a quick reaction to avoid disaster. Then lap 206, the biggest moment, turn 3, loose slide to the bottom, spin back toward traffic. 7, caution of the day. "I was just going too dang fast for my own abilities." Blunt, honest, real. Despite all that, 1.165 million viewers tuned in on the CW. Ratings jumped 12% viewership, up 11% from the year before. The attention was massive. But approval isn't based on ratings. April 7th, the decision on NASCAR. Executive Vice President John Probst addressed it on the Holler Talk podcast. Supportive tone, clear message. "We are all huge Cleetus fans. We appreciate what he's done in the sport, but then the line that matter, he is approved right now for Orly Series short tracks, ARCA and Truck. But we would like to see more before approving him for Talladega. Not a rejection of the drivery, rejection of the timing." Jeff Gluck summarized it, "Simply cleared for short tracks, needs more races before superspeedways, where it gets complicated. After Bristol, the next eligible short track Orly race isn't until August 8th at Iowa Speedway. That's a 4-month gap." Momentum pause after Rockingham. Cleetus stood outside the car and said, "I made a ton of mistakes, learned a lot, and maybe I shouldn't come back. Pause, psych. See you guys in 2 weeks at Talladega." Reporters lean in. Fans believed it. 3 days later, reality shifted on the Bald Eagles podcast. He admitted, "Now, we have got to wait for approval." That approval came the same evening, denied in his own video. He said I had been denied by NASCAR to run Talladega in my Orly car. Then the reset a kick in the nuts. It is what it is. I need more windshield time. No excuses, just experience needed, Kyle. Petty, previously critical, admitted on broadcast he shut my mouth because he ran all these laps. Dale Earnhardt Jr. offered a measured take 1, 2, maybe 3 more races before superspeedway approval. Mark Martin added confidence many drivers would have wiped that car out in those slides. The control was there. The experience wasn't yet. Cleetus will still run the ARCA race at Talladega on April 25th, just not the Orly event, Kansas on April 18th. More truck races, Michigan on June 5th. The path forward is simple: more laps, more evaluation, more proof. Danny Lawrence saw it coming hours after Rockingham ended. 4 unchecked boxes turned into an official denial 3 days later, not because of a crash, not because of drama, because NASCAR never got the full picture they needed. The door is still open. Iowa on August 8th could be the next defining moment, and whether that leads to Talladega in 2027 or sooner now depends on one thing: seat time. Do you think NASCAR made the right call, or should Cleetus have been cleared for Talladega? Drop your take in the comments. If you want real NASCAR breakdowns without the noise, hit subscribe. I will see you in the next one.